What's up? What's up? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1 or J100, or you can call me Mr. So 100 because I do it the So 100 way. And today I got a special guest in the building with me, man. One of my colleagues, you know what I'm saying? One of my fellow barbers in the game, man. We got the infamous Faye Taylor in the building. What's up, Faye? What's going on?
What's going on? I appreciate you having me.
Man, hey, yeah, I want to say that first and foremost, man. I appreciate you blessing me with your presence.
Yeah, for real.
We don't got to dwell on it, but you know, we running it back because, you know, I had some technical difficulties in our first joint, but of course we had to get back to it, and it ain't going to be nothing to it but to do it.
You know
what I'm saying? First thing I want you to do, Faye, is let the people know what you bring to the look good and feel good industry. Of course, I just already pointed out you're a barber, but, you know, you're an entrepreneur in so many ways, so let the people know what it is you do and how they can tap in with you.
Okay. So, I've been a barber for 20 years now. So, of course, I bring confidence and style to the market. It's all about boosting self-esteem, ego, confidence. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Just kind of bringing people up. I got my own shop on Hags Cross and Shelby Drive. It's called Luxury Sweet Peace, and we just made a year on Valentine's Day.
Dig that.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So, I'm.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Almost fully staffed. Got one opening. Looking to fill it. Stylist, barber, loctician, somebody in the industry.
Somebody doing their thing.
Makeup artist. But yeah, we're fully staffed, and so far so good. Got a good thing.
That's what's up. Now you said the name is My Sweet Peace. But you got to spin on that name a little bit.
Okay, so Luxury Sweet Peace. It came
luxury Sweet Peace.
So it came to me in the middle of the night, and I really just think it came out of chaos, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of taps me back into reality is fine dining and travel, right? Some luxury.
Yeah.
So it's kind of luxury is kind of my sway. My thing, that's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to do, you know, fashion and cars or whatever, but my thing would be fine dining and travel. So luxury is a thing for me, or, you know, a certain caliber.
Right.
I knew I wanted it to be a suite, or have some sweet ability to it, suites, so that you can kind of get some privacy.
Right.
So we're open floor and suites.
Okay.
But
so you have some separate stylists or barbers, and then some all in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's nice.
So some floor plate space and some semi-private space. And that's because me personally, I'd rather be away because I'm kind of introverted.
Yeah.
My people know me, but so I knew I needed the privacy sector of it, and then peace is just. Because it was a turbulent time, so I kind of needed some peace, and it just came to me.
So you spelled it in the PEACE.
Yeah.
Like peace of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to create the space in a luxury type setting.
Yeah.
Just kind of what I like. Just kind of according to my personality.
For sure. Yeah. And I like how you laid it out. The decor is real dope.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's real dope. It give you that luxury vibe. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. Okay. Well, and you said you do have one space available. We're gonna reiterate that.
Yeah. Got one space open. Looking to fill it. Yeah. With some like-minded people, some people who hungry, some people who not thirsty but hungry.
Yeah, for sure. And then you gotta let them know how they can tap in with you and book with you or whatnot.
Okay, so on my social media platforms, Facebook, Faye Taylor, Luxury Sweet Peace, TikTok, Luxury Sweet Peace, IG. My personal barber page is Major Chops 10IC, and that's MAYJA CHOPZ. The number 10 IC.
Yeah.
So you can reach me there.
Yeah. So y'all tap in with Faye for real. Like she said, she a vet in the game. She been doing this. This is nothing. You know what I'm saying? She is a real expert at this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
For sure. So, well, you know, we got the business out the way, Faye, and you know this joint is called Beyond the Clientele.
Right.
So, of course, you know that's what we want. You know, we want to give the audience a little bit more of you as a person, as an individual.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, what I want to start with, you know, just to kind of get a good rundown, I want to start with the impact by decade, right?
Mm.
So you basically going through the decades of your life, and just you know sharing some impactful moments that molded you into the person you are today. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And start from you know like I say from 1 to 10, 10 to 20. You know, just as a youngster, and just you know how a lot of times we go through things in life, and then it's like that ends up being a part of you. Then some
Right.
things you might be it long and forgotten, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some of those things that really stick. So I just want you to share some of those, some of them moments and some of those things that you know that really impacted you to be who you are today.
Okay. So yeah, so my mom and dad, well, I'm from Mason, Tennessee. This is kind of like about 20 minutes out past Wolf Chase.
Yeah.
And small town, population maybe less than 3,000 for sure.
Yeah.
So didn't come from a huge, you know, metropolitan area, anything like that. No grocery stores, that type of thing. We had to
You had to go
outside of
30,
our town
45 minutes to go.
yeah, to get some grocery and stuff like that. But my mom and dad were basically neighbors my whole life. So not exactly, but about a quarter of a mile away from each other my whole life. So I can walk to my daddy's house.
Right.
Walk back up to my mom's house.
Yeah.
Lived in a trailer my whole life. Real humble beginning. Didn't come from riches, you know, nothing like that. But had the necessities of life, you know, the things that I needed and my parents deemed necessary to have.
Yeah.
I don't come from the most educated family. Now we're breaking that, you know, generational curse. So we kind of got some collegiate or college students in now, but just high school educated.
Yeah.
And a little bit of trade. But it was when I came to Memphis that I really kind of my eyes opened a little bit more. You know, meeting certain people.
At what age was that when you came to Memphis?
I came here in 99.
99,
So
okay.
99, I think I was 19,
About 19.
maybe 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a big move for you. That was a big moment and a big eye opener for you coming from the small town and from that tight knit world that you was kind of living in.
Man, like neighbors pull up, you know, everybody know who the neighbor was. They're gonna tell you the neighbor pulled up in a red car. You know what I'm saying? Like they know who been to your house, that type of thing.
So you come to Memphis and it's like,
yeah, nobody even trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you speaking to your neighbor like, you know, nobody really want to know you like that. So it was a lot different from where I'm from.
Yeah.
But coming to Memphis, me and my sister was in the same field, so she did hair from home a lot. I don't even know where we got this from. Probably my mama, because she always did her own hair, her own nails, and you know, stuff like that. Yeah. So my sister was a stylist too, and so I became a barber. I just always kind of, even when I was talking to guys, if they had a fresh haircut, I was always paying attention to their hair, and just it just was a real thing for me, like almost talking to the head instead of the face. So I knew I had a knack for it, and I would just be begging people in high school, like, let me do it. You know what I'm saying? One pair of clippers, you know, that was my liners and everything. But yeah, I was trying to do it. So when I came here, I didn't get in the field right off. I worked for Red Lobster for like almost 8 years as a server.
Okay.
Yeah, so that
basically just was just to take care of yourself at that time.
Right. It actually taught me customer service.
Okay.
So I needed that, and then realized how it was playing into
how it
my life.
up.
So it was the same thing with Red Lobster. I had clientele that would come to eat with me.
Yeah, they want you
to wait on. Yeah, so it was kind of a moldable moment in my life, and it taught me professionalism, just how to be,
Yeah,
more business
for
oriented.
real, yeah. And you don't even really think about it, until that transition happens. So
Right.
that's crazy.
Like working at Chick-fil-A, I'm sure, my first job was Burger King, but I'm sure when you work at Chick-fil-A, you got to have a certain caliber of
Yeah, they make
attitude.
they make sure you have that.
Yeah.
So it separates them from the rest. So
Right, absolutely.
you have to maintain that. So you know what I'm saying. I'm sure they got a unique way of teaching that. Like, hey, this is how you gonna serve people.
Yeah, so I wanted to be the Chick-fil-A of barber chairs. I kind of give the same service. I let people vent. I let people be their authentic selves.
Yeah.
Without judgment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, we're more than barbers. We're definitely therapists. We're definitely
For sure.
pastors, preachers,
Man,
sisters,
for
brothers.
sure.
It's just a lot that comes with what we do. So,
Yeah.
I allow those people to express themselves openly and freely and without judgment. And so I think that my chair is more of a couch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
They can emotionally dump and be cool
For sure.
while getting a fresh cut.
Okay, so you coming out. Okay, you said you did the Red Lobster for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So in that time is when you transitioned into being a barber. So at what point did you decide to get licensed and go into barbering?
So I was about to become a manager at Red Lobster, and I was really already burnt out. So I'm like, do I really want to do this for 12 to 16 hours a day?
Yeah.
And I booked a haircut because I wanted to cut my hair. So I cut my hair with a guy named Taurus Brooks, and he's a popular name all over Memphis, but he's popular for having barber schools.
Okay.
And at the time, I didn't know that he was just cutting my hair.
Yeah,
he
was just a barber to you. You
right.
didn't know he had the schools.
Right. So when I got in his chair, he was telling me, "Hey, I'm about to open this new school," or he'd already opened, but he was about to do open enrollment for the second time.
Okay.
And so after he cut my hair, it just had my wheels turning. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to cut hair.
Yeah.
So he kind of sparked that, and he told me how much it cost to get started. I think it was $500 or something like that. I paid my $500, and that was 2005.
Yeah.
So I had been cutting hair even before then, though.
Right, you had already from high school and just started. You had got the technique down.
Right.
But you just had to go to school and get the license.
Yeah. So I started that January in 2005, and I thought it was just a haircut, but the haircut turned into a whole career.
Turned into a whole career.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't become until you meet the people you need to meet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So meeting him was life changing for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is doing this. I've talked to I've sit down with quite a few people, and it just tied to this other guy's story that I spoke with, and he was he actually done photography.
Okay.
And once he got into it and started doing it, he said he was working for a wealthy woman, and shooting her property. She was doing real estate, and it was crazy because and it ties to your story, like you saying this person is just basically your barber, and you took a jewel from him and took off with it, right? So what he was doing, he was taking pictures of this lady's taking photos for her property or whatever. And he said one day they were just sitting down, and she was like, you undercutting yourself. You ain't charging enough. You ain't charging me enough. Like she really she letting him, she paying him what he want and tipping him, and he thinking he doing great.
Right.
And she like, let me tell you something. The person I was dealing with before you, he made this amount, and he is nowhere near as good as you.
Right.
And that right there, that moment sparked his career as a photographer. Now he making 6 figures.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he was just doing it because he thought he could take pictures and he had a camera. So he like, oh, as long as you give me that little money, I'm good.
Right.
It took someone to drop that little gem on him, and then He took off from there.
Yeah. So yeah, I've had that happen a lot. You know, one person or some people in power can endorse you and just make you see yourself.
Yeah,
Like
no
it's a
doubt,
whole mirror.
no doubt,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
And that's and then for you to pick up and just take off like you did. I mean, you know, to become the barber that you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a
Grateful.
real gem.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that leads you up to where you started your career in barbering, but you merged into that entrepreneur that you are.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where did that spark?
Well, I met another guy. I was working at this shop, actually Tars Brook shop, in on Madison in Orleans, and what I learned very quickly was in Memphis it's territorial.
Yeah.
So if you from North Memphis, they mess with you. If you in North Memphis.
Yeah.
You in South Memphis, they mess with you if you in South Memphis. I was in East Memphis, trying to go to North Memphis, and
It wasn't
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was struggling. So, out of the blue one day, this guy we call EU, he had a shop in the Hickory Ridge Mall, and he just called me out of the blue and said, "Hey, you know, I'm such and such. Is this such and such?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "What you doing?" I was like, he said, "Let me answer that. You ain't making no money." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "You right." And then he was like, "You know, you should come check out my shop. You know, I'm not telling you to leave your shop, but come give my shop a shot." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "My barbers typically make $1,000 a week."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And at the time he was doing commission. So I think I had made $100 for the day, and it was probably like 7:00 at night. I had been there since 6:00 that morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm
So
like, this ain't
offer sound good.
right.
He called right
Man,
on time.
it's sounding golden, you know.
Yeah.
So I literally went over to his shop and worked for 4 days, and I made that $1,000. You know, I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that it was that type of business in there. But he had a commission base.
Right.
So it was 60-40 or $250 a week.
Okay.
This was in 07.
Yeah.
So, you know, booth rent $250 a week in 07 was unheard of.
Unheard of.
Yeah. So
because haircuts was only 20, 25.
man, I think it was 20. Haircut and shave about 20 bucks.
Yeah.
So like a haircut like 15 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah,
It wasn't expensive at all. And so I went over there, made $1,000, and had to give him $400.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Listen, put me on booth rent."
Yeah.
And from there, I just kind of rolled. It kind of sparked
Fuck
my.
that shit.
Yeah, he set me on fire. Like it was like I was lighter fluid was all over me. He lit the match.
He lit the
You know
match.
what I'm saying? And I was gone from then. And he was way younger, but he was so smart. And
Yeah.
you know, he sparked a lot of things. I ended up getting more money taxes for 3 years because I met this guy.
Yeah.
You know, he tapped me into a lot of things just from meeting him. Yeah. So,
That's
yeah.
what's up. Shout out to EU.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my guy, man. Him and my wife, like they family, something. They tied in family some kind of way. EU, man.
Yeah. Took me for a motivational ride to change my life.
Dig that.
Yeah. So
That's
sometimes you
what's
just need
up.
somebody to say, you know, hop in.
Man,
You know what
spark
I'm saying?
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
for
what's
real.
up right there, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. Man, well, I mean that's just a hell of a transition to go, you know what I'm saying, like you said, from your story from living in a small town and tight-knit neighborhood, tight-knit family, to come and just say, you know, I want to get up, come to the city.
Yeah.
Then you take off and come to Memphis, start working consistently, you know what I'm saying? And then to just realize that you wanted to do something different and just go for something that you had kind of was in you pretty much, because you said you see haircuts and just kind of
Man.
zoomed in. So for you to be able to reach back and get that and then make a career out of it, that's a dope move.
Yeah.
That's dope right there. So let me see, man. I had been trying to do my thing, but let's do let me see. You already said you had a sister, so you grew up big sister, right?
Yeah, big sister.
Yeah. And then later during it at one point in your life, you became a mother.
Absolutely. So I got pregnant at 19, and I
Okay.
had a baby by 20.
So right when you came to Memphis, you had a baby.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think when I moved here, my son was 15 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great move for me and him actually. But he is back in my hometown now because country is in his blood. Like
he cutting hair too, though,
yeah,
right?
he cut hair. Yeah, he out there with Bob and them at the cut at Wolf Chase.
Dig that.
Doing good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's. Oh, and he right close to the crib too.
Yeah.
Mason ain't far from Wolf Chase.
Yeah. And I got a shop. It's just kind of ironic how me having a shop, my son didn't leave Bob to come work with me. And I ended up having a barber boot camp, and I taught Bob's son how to cut hair. It's just so weird, you know.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
So we kind of swapped
children.
Kids, yeah. So
and your son is at a different point in his life, and then his son, he's younger, right?
Yeah. I think he may be 20 now.
Yeah.
But
So that's dope.
Yeah.
So you dropping that jewel that got dropped on you on his boy,
man,
for real.
And he's doing that with my son, so it's just perfect.
That's dope. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So so when you you became a mother and did your thing, merged into barbering. What other fields did you tap into, along that journey? Because I know barbering was something that catapulted you into other things. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So from there, I met EU. I met him, worked for him for maybe 2 years, almost 2 years, and then the mall got hit by a tornado.
Yeah.
So then I was forced to open up my own shop, really fast. So I opened up a shop on Mendenhall and Flower and Peach, and had it for like 2 years. And then I realized I didn't know enough. So I wasn't mature enough to have it, to manage people, you know what I'm saying? So I left there and then started working for a little whoop shop.
Okay, yeah.
But from there, I did the tax business. I did lawn care, which was disastrous with my cousin and my nephew. Started a lawn business. And then I did some real estate, bought a few properties.
Okay.
And flipped and rented properties. This was 2010, 2011. Yeah. So, and then now I got my own shop, and then I do invest in a boutique here in Memphis, kind of under the table, a silent partner with that.
Yeah.
I got property that I rent out. Yeah. And I have and I foster. My wife and I foster. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I also want to remember you tapped into the trucking industry.
Oh yeah. So I moved to Atlanta in 2014.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I met. I didn't meet. My sister's kid's father was a truck driver, and he was making like $30,000 a week. Yeah. Had 6 trucks, was making 30 bands a week, and of course, like, he was too close to me not to access that.
Yeah.
So I became interested in that, and me and my nephew went and got our CDLs together, and then I bought my first truck. I finished CDL school. It was like 6 weeks, I think. So I kind of just worked barbering on the weekend. So I did the school, failed my test twice, and was disappointed because every time you fail the test, you have to wait 30 days to take it again. So I ran through a lot of my saved money.
Yeah.
Doing that. I almost went broke. But when I finished, I bought a truck, cash, and started trucking like 5 weeks after I got out of school. Yeah. So it's almost like just going from an infant to an adult.
To the extreme.
Yeah, and I should have crawled, stood, walked, ran. It's a process.
You try to get there 30.
Man. 30. So the hardest lesson I learned was you cannot do anything for the money. You have to be tied to the passion.
Yeah, for sure.
I had no passion to be a truck driver. I had passion to be truck driver money.
Yeah.
But at my core, I'm a barber.
Yeah.
So it taught me a fast lesson. I wrecked twice in 10 months.
Oh, you did? I ain't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It was fender bender.
Yeah.
My first one was a fender bender. My second one was a wreck.
Yeah.
That cost me like 20 grand.
Wow.
To do it. So I lost money trucking. But and it killed my confidence. But I had some heavy hitters in the game that kind of, hey, come on over here, let me show you. Ride with me for a week.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And they
yeah.
kind of put me back in the game. And it worked, but it kind of killed. It chipped away at my confidence.
Right. Yeah,
So-
because you know when you have a wreck, you kind of be
Yeah.
a little iffy
Man.
about it anyway. So I know in that big ass truck,
This
I
ain't
know
no car wreck.
This ain't no car
This
wreck.
the beast of vehicles.
Yeah,
you know what
this
I'm saying?
this motherfucker gonna tear up some shit.
Yeah, man. So
For real.
yeah, so truck driving was something that I got a different respect for. You have to
Yeah.
tackle it. It's a beast.
For real.
And it ain't for everybody.
Nah, it ain't.
So-
I know some. I mean, I have a few clients that do that's in the trucking business, and like you say, from one extreme, one like your boy that's getting his money and he living it,
Yeah.
and one is like, man, I'm finna sell the whole company. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? They like, I don't give a damn
ASAP.
about no truck.
ASAP.
So I
Right.
know, hey,
Yeah.
that shit crazy.
Yeah.
And then I always just wish I knew how to drive one. I don't want to be a trucker, but I do wish I had like CDL
Yeah.
and can drive it.
And I learned how to drive everything from like a garbage truck to cement mixers to,
Yeah.
semis. Like I learned how to drive a lot of
Yeah.
different box trucks, learned how to drive a lot of different stuff. So pretty much I can drive anything,
Anything,
man.
yeah. You still maintain your CDLs?
I do.
That's
Every 2
good.
years I go and get my medical card updated because I work too hard to get it.
Yeah, that's
So,
real. I mean,
yeah.
that's something that you can always use. You know,
Yeah.
you may not jump in the semi, but just being able to drive all that other stuff you might use. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
So after you brought in your entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure that took it took you through a lot of lessons, like you said, with the trucking.
Yeah.
I'm sure you went through a lot and learned a lot, and now it has molded you into a different type of, businesswoman now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So tell me what's the difference in your growth when you speak about your first shop and you wasn't ready to, you know what I'm saying, the luxury suite piece.
I think I've matured a lot. So, I'm 47 now, and I think
Yeah.
when I opened my shop, I might have been 26.
Uh-huh.
So we like talking 20 years,
Yeah,
20
20
years,
year
a lot
evolution,
changes, just my arrogance, not ready, bossed up,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, humbling yourself. Like, so I'm at a point now where I kind of know, I fit my clothes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, at first my clothes was too big, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Literally.
yeah. So, and you learn that lesson real hard. So now I'm learning to just meet people where they are, not push them too hard, let them do them,
Yeah.
give you tools and you use the tools or you don't. Type of thing, like not being too forceful.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Just allow them to grow into what,
Yeah, because a lot of times, like with me, I'm kind of an overachiever, so I'm always trying to whip you into shape.
Yeah, like you don't understand why you're
Yeah,
not
like,
doing. I
what
don't
is the
understand
problem?
why you're
Right,
not
yeah.
doing this.
Real
I'm telling
drill
you.
sergeant.
Yeah.
So I wanna not be that. So just learning to pull back and
And allow a person to
yeah.
grow. Yeah. I get it. That's what's up. So I got a couple more questions for
Okay.
you. Like some simple, like what makes you happy as an individual? What makes you happy? Just simple, like, man.
This is a trash answer, really. Good food, green trees, blue water. You know what I'm saying? Those
Yeah.
things make me happy. I go to the ocean and I cry.
Really?
Like literally,
Just from the energy.
Yeah, it does something for my soul. Like
Really?
when I go on vacation, it's not to stunt. It's like I get out there early in the morning. I want to watch the sun come up and
Yeah.
watch the heaven meet the earth. You know what I'm saying? So simplicity. I'll be out there with a notepad and writing and crying and talking to God. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, on the low. While my people in the bed sleep, they don't even know what's going on. I done lived the whole morning out.
Yeah, did the whole
before they get up.
Look, you done had a whole service.
Man,
that's why
it's a cleansing of my soul. It gives me something.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. That says something about your soul being connected to nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's what triggers and makes you happy. That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. All right. I want you to finish a sentence for me because we're going from happy to hurt. So I want you to tell me something like, in this sentence, it hurts me to see
people not step into their full potential.
And that ties into what you just said a minute ago. How you want to push.
Yeah. So I'm a Capricorn, and we're hard workers. We probably the hardest, most ambitious workers of the zodiac, which is a curse.
For real.
Yeah, because we don't understand why you can't get it. Like, don't you see? Like, I want to turn your body to the mirror. Like, look at you.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
This.
Like, you got it. Like, and you don't see this. And then some people have to do the same thing to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. Having an understanding for people who just don't see themselves.
Wow.
You know.
That's crazy. Yeah. And that's real though. That's real for real.
Yeah.
Tell me what it is that you like most about yourself now.
My heart. It's the thing I hate too.
Really? That's what you hate the most?
I love it the most. My heart is I have a heart for a perfect stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to know you forever to love you immediately. Or to, connect with you immediately. But it's also the thing that's...
It's like the blessing cursed. And the curse.
Yeah. So I overlove. I overfriend.
Yeah.
I overhelp. You know what I'm saying? I want to take the weight off you.
Yeah.
Which in turn,
so that's kind of a weakness. That's kind of your weakness.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Carrying the load.
Yeah, it's what I do.
Wow.
But it's what I complain about. It's what I love. Is what I complain about.
Ain't that something? Yeah. Look, that leads me to my next question. What would you consider your vice? Like, got a hold on you?
Yeah. Love is pouring out my ears, so it's a vice.
So I'm
addicted
heart,
to love.
That same heart that you use to pour it all and carry the load, it's the same heart that
man,
put that strain
so
on
imagine trying to fill I'm filling your cup, but my cup got 100 holes in it, so it's just like
that's a deep one.
Yeah.
You gotta adjust that though. You gotta find that knob and adjust that a little bit.
I'm learning that.
Yeah, because you want yours to be filled also. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make that adjustment, man, because that load ain't good for that heart.
Man.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. Let me see. I want to ask you what a few words mean to you.
Okay.
We're going to start with the word humble. What does the word humble mean to you? And I mean the true humble, not the humble that says dim your light, you know what I'm saying, and don't celebrate too much, chill out. That humble, you know what I'm saying, that the definition of humble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not that not the courtesy and the empathy for others type humble. I'm talking about that humble that's like, don't turn up too much. Hold up, man.
So you said what humble means.
That's the true meaning of humble. Like, the true meaning of humble is, what is it? I had it in here somewhere. The true, because they use it in different ways. They use humble, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's self.
This is me.
See, so that's you know what I'm saying? That's the real meaning of humble. Mm-hmm. But you'll hear people tell athlete that's an elite athlete over his whole class and say, "Oh, now be humble."
Right.
Now, and this is more my feeling, not yours. I'm asking you, but I feel like I don't feel like that's the way to go.
It's not accurate.
No, I feel like humble is for to help somebody else. That ain't for me. The humble, they want you to be like, don't shine too much. No, I'm celebrating my wins. I got to shine. If I put this work in, I can't. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Right.
But if you come over here and work like me, we can celebrate together. But if you're not, oh well.
That is so real. Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Allow me to celebrate now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be talking about when I say humble, like, because it's like you want me to take away. I think when people tell you, man, be humble, I think it's a fear of, seeing you elevate. Like, what does it mean for you? You know what I'm saying? I know different people take it different ways.
To dumb down, like real talk. That's really what it means.
That's really what it means.
And I do that way too often. And I'm knowing that I wasn't here to be in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna put me over here behind the curtain? Like,
for real.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna do that? So,
and because the work that you've put in.
Yeah, like I'm up early. Yeah. I stay late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, while you sleep, I woke up.
Yeah, but you want to tell me be humble.
Right.
Hold on,
I woke up on it. Like, I'm 2:00 in the morning. Like, I can't rest. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I have moments where I do the humble thing. You know what I'm saying? But I have also moments where the right concoction, and it takes something for me to be anti-humble. Yeah. The right concoction, the right mix of something, then I'm gonna I'm gonna unzip and get out and be. This is who I really want to be, but I can't because they gonna kill me.
They gonna hate it.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna hate it if you do
let me just stay in this uniform.
And that's crazy, man. It's crazy because, you take a theory of, a room full of millionaires. If one brag about being a millionaire, he won't bother the others.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a room full of them.
Yeah.
But if you go into the room and you broke and somebody bragging about being a millionaire, you bothered.
Right.
But it's like, why not just get some information from the people in the room?
Right.
Why not say, hey, look, man, I'm not on your level, but I would love to be there. Do you got any info for me? You know what I'm saying?
I think my something that I've noticed that is a poor quality of myself is I'm not always in a position where I'm in the room with like-minded people, my kind of people. True. So I'm a restorative person. So like I'll take something old and make it brand new.
Yeah.
I took my whole shop, dismantled it, and built
brought it back to life. Yeah.
So restoration is kind of a real thing for me. Yeah. But I do that with people too. I'm always the fixer. I'm always the builder.
Yeah.
So versus taking somebody who already got it, I'll probably take the homeless man and make it.
And try, You
know what I'm saying? And it's been a flaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you should go with what's already built and is in front of you. But I think I like the building up of.
The investment and the restoration of it all.
It's worth more. Like, it had rust on it. Like, look at it now. Like,
I can dig.
So, but it's been a flaw for me because now it puts somebody in the room that ain't like you. You built them from the outside. You made it look like you, but it ain't you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So you have to get the people that's got in them what you have in you.
To really make them that person.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
It's that hard again.
That hard to grab a hold of you again.
Yeah.
So man, let me see what other word I got. I got a good one for you then. I got one, man. What does the word loyalty mean to you?
Man, can we be explicit?
Man, you can be explicit.
Man, you fucks with me. Me on it like I fucks with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we standing on business.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. Just that on that. And
Yeah.
just know it ain't no
Yeah.
around the
Ain't no
way.
switching
Ain't
up.
no
Ain't no
switching up.
undercutting.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming into it giving loyalty. Like,
Yeah.
it's something that I value. It's one
Really?
of my core values. Like, yeah, loyalty.
For real. Like,
Loyalty,
okay.
respect.
Like, yeah, respect. Now, I always, although they have they have the same, they come with the same qualities, right? But I feel like loyalty requires a relationship. So I give you that in our relationship dynamic, whatever that relationship may be, whether it's friendship, companionship, whatever it is. Loyalty comes with a relationship,
Right.
but respect, that comes automatic. You don't have to even know me to respect me.
Right.
Or you don't have to have a relationship with me to just respect me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So that's what separates them two for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, of course, like I said, if I'm in a relationship or we're locked in somewhere, I have to be loyal to you. And that comes with respect,
Right.
of course. But the respect was at the door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But now when they say respect, like I said, that doesn't require a relationship. That doesn't require any type of dynamic for me to just show up with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now that loyalty thing has to be established, and now I'm loyal to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can't walk into the room being loyal to you because I gotta establish something with you first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Makes
how
sense.
I kind of separate them two. But the respect it's like on autopilot.
Yeah.
You know
Well, it
what I'm
should be.
saying? Yeah, it should. Yeah, of course, because it's not like that today. But it should be on autopilot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, if you give me a reason not to respect you, and then it leads to maybe a reason to disrespect you, that's different.
Right.
But respect is just walking into the room.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
how I look at the two. And I know a lot of times you'll hear people tie those together, but that's because loyalty comes with it.
You would think.
Yeah, loyalty. If you, I feel like if you're loyal to me, you definitely respect me. Because
Right.
why would you be loyal to somebody you don't respect?
Truth.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of that comes that like respect falls under loyalty, but respect stands alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just automatic. Like I said, when you walk into the room, when I walk into the situation, it's on autopilot. But then the moment you say, you make me not respect you, then that's gone.
Loyalty is out the window too.
Yeah, loyalty can never come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No
Right.
loyalty, that can't happen. I don't even respect you. And that doesn't mean I'm gonna disrespect you. That's next if something if it goes past that. But at that point, I don't respect you. So I'm gonna try to stay far away from you as I can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That boils down
Right.
to.
Typically.
You know what I'm saying? But the loyalty thing, like I said, if you loyal, that comes with the respect.
Yeah.
That's part of it, and I think both of them are very important. It gets you through so many things, and it's definitely required in solid relationships.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, look, Faye. Let me see real quick. I got a good one for you. What was something that you believed as a child that you don't believe in today? Besides the obvious, some Santa Claus shit, but what is something you believed as a child and now today you be like, I ain't no way away, bro.
Yeah, so to the kids at home.
Yeah, for real.
That you gotta go to school to become like great, to get money. You gotta go get educated, at some university to be great. And some people never touch college. I'm not saying don't go to school, go to school, kids.
Yeah.
But I just knew right out of high school it wasn't for me.
Right.
You know, I couldn't wait to graduate. So
Just to say I'm done with this shit.
man, listen.
Yeah.
So I am not your bookworm. Like more now, I read more than anything because as you get older, the things you hate when you're younger, you love when you get older. So just getting some knowledge, educate myself.
Yeah,
like
for real.
I read everything. I could be like in a private moment in the bathroom and I'm reading.
Catch you read. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's kind of a way of life for me, but bookworm, nerdy, no.
Yeah, that's
think,
not necessary.
Yeah.
That's not necessary for real.
It's probably a great attribute to add to, but
Yeah.
I think, I've learned that this is not my part.
Yeah.
I'll put the person here who belongs in this seat.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? It's not my seat.
For sure.
I'm a creator. I'm gonna make some shake. I'm gonna come up with an idea, and put the proper people in the proper places
to make it happen. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing though I want you to do. I want you to tell me about the foster care.
Okay.
Tell me how about it and what what y'all do with it and how that help you and change you. I'm sure that brought some changes into your life.
Man, listen.
Because you're a mother of one child.
Yeah, and it was hard
Yeah.
with one.
And then he was grown.
Yeah.
He was an adult
Yeah,
when you decided to become a foster parent, right?
Yeah.
So all things considered, I want you to run that down before I want you to share that with the people.
Yeah, so I had one bio child, and he was a bad toddler, so I knew he was gonna be adolescent, teenage. I knew he was gonna be some trouble.
Yeah.
But fostering started because my wife actually lost her job, and when she probably gonna hate me for saying this, but when she lost her job, she became really, really low. And she thought the job was her everything, her end all be all. She really wanted that job, really loved that job,
and that's not meaning to cut you off, but so many people get caught up in the corporate world and in the job like that.
Yeah, so when that happened, for 8 months she was sad every day. Like
really?
She was really sad, just feeling like she had made a huge mistake, and you know what I'm saying, like thought she had lost it all. And what I realized when she told me she got fired, I was happy. Yeah, honestly,
because you were sick of the job anyway.
Man,
you're an entrepreneur.
Like
you thinking like,
man,
I'm not giving a damn
this is
about
a trick.
This job.
Like they tricked you.
They got you.
Yeah, right. So she was coming home every day with loads and loads of work. Even though her day ended at 4:00 at her job, she'd be up to 12, sending emails and continuing work, and with the same pay. She was getting paid, I think, $2,200 a month. I believe it was $1,100 every 2 weeks, or something like that. Very minimal for all she was doing, and then even on the weekends she would come home with a workload.
Load of work, yeah.
I'm like, do you do work at work? Like,
wow.
we can't go out because you got work to do after work.
Work.
So she lost a job, and it was sunshine for me, but I had to.
Yes.
Right, really clutch. You know what I'm saying? But of course I can't say that.
Of course not, yeah.
But after so long, we still continued our same lifestyle because I was doing pretty good at the time. Still taking trips, still doing what we normally do, going out to eat and dating and everything. But she was just really low. And I feel like sometimes when you're not supposed to be in a place, God will just pick you up out the group.
Yeah.
And put you over
the
here.
The universe going to line
right,
up. Yeah.
Right. So at the beginning when we first started fostering, honestly, it was about money.
Okay.
Because we didn't have no money.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Like we needed some money.
Okay.
And,
that was an idea of something.
Yeah. Somebody brought it to our attention. I'm like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it really was a money thing. Probably more for me.
Right.
Than my wife, because I'm kind of money driven, which is a bad thing sometimes. My wife is more more loving and nurturing,
about
like
the passion. Yeah.
So when we first started, that was the take on it, and then we got this little boy, white. We had all white kids, Caucasian kids. We had all Caucasian kids. And the whole time we've been fostering, we only had one black kid. We still got him.
Okay.
But we got this little boy. He was 6 years old, and he had been severely beaten.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
By his parents or
by his he had he had been adopted by this lady and guy, and the guy had passed away in a car accident. So he was left with just the wife.
The what? Yeah.
And the wife was
Sad.
nuts. Right.
Yeah.
Had did some terrible things to him. And I knew in that moment when we met him, it couldn't be about the money.
It got real.
Man,
yeah.
it really got real. God was like, listen, I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Everything ain't about no money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some things you're going to have to tap into your heart. You're going to have to tap into your mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your parent. And because I had really been there, it was not that hard to do, but definitely my wife is birthed for this.
Yeah.
And we balance each other. So when she's too hot, I'm cold.
Right,
when I'm too hot,
right.
she's cold. You
Yeah,
know, we balance.
yeah.
But this little boy, I was at the bar with a friend of mine and burst into full tears because my heart was just, how could somebody have done him like this?
And this is after y'all have gotten them.
Yeah. This is our first set of children.
Yeah.
And they had been through so much trauma. And they would still let him talk to the lady.
Really?
And he would have to sit in my lap to have a conversation with her. He was so afraid of her, like a dog that if the master been beating him, they just pee and poop everywhere.
Really?
He was nervous like that, and got to a point where I just wanted to protect him.
Yeah.
And make it safe for him. But that was the opening door of this can't be about money.
Right,
like what is he really trying to show us?
Yeah.
And so we've successfully done this, and it's been good, and I feel like we've changed some lives collectively.
Really?
I think
good.
people see, the good behind it all.
Yeah.
So together we are great at this, but solo, my wife she just has
it.
Yeah.
Okay. How is he doing now?
He's not with us anymore. He got adopted. So one of my jobs was photography, and I took some pictures of him. So I did like a photo shoot with him, and they put those photos on an adoption website, and he got adopted the same day they put the pictures up. Like, he had so many hits, and he got adopted from those pictures.
Good.
But
that's good.
Yeah. So yeah.
And y'all helped him change and helped him come up out of that situation. That's good.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I really wanted I knew we had spoke on that on the last time. I just wanted you to share that because I remember that.
Yeah.
Even us being in the shop together, shout out to TBZ.
For sure.
We was in the shop together, and I remember you brought maybe one of them up there one time.
Yeah.
A couple of them up there. Yeah, I remember seeing them, and it was just, I'm the father of 6, 7 kids, so
yeah.
I just admired that being able to take on, what I'm saying, especially with traumatized kids.
Man,
it's different when you raising your own, but then you bringing in a stranger's child and making them your own and taking on everything that came with them.
And I think our children, our bio children, wasn't so okay with it to begin with.
Yeah, because y'all pouring into these kids that's not them, and then of course biological kids, they be like, what about our fucking
right? And they were pretty much almost adults. But you being a parent in your 20s and being a parent in your 40s is totally different.
It's a new world.
So the things that I may pour into these children, I might not have even instilled into my own son. Right. So that's
you didn't have it, and that's crazy because you're talking to a teenage father.
Yeah.
And in my eyes at that time, I thought I was doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But then you go, here I am, 47, and with my first grandchild, and I'm like,
yeah,
I got this shit
Work
now.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got something now to give, to pour into them. I think you just understand life as you evolve. You know what I'm saying? You just understand more.
Right.
Even where you went wrong, you know what I'm saying? Things you make those adjustments.
Right.
So, and it's hard for, probably for your child to understand that, but later in life they'll be like, oh.
Yeah, they're good now, but when we first started, it was not that way.
Yeah, I know it was tough. Because I can imagine. I can imagine just. And then you coming with all this, what we would call baggage or whatever, and
Right.
the kids world, that look like baggage. Like, man, come on, man.
Man, it is.
So
It's
I
been
understood. Yeah,
it's
I
been
can
really
understand
hard.
that.
It's hard work. It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, and you can't do it for money.
No, you cannot.
You can't be about the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and I just know that from being a parent. You can't
Yeah.
do it about the money.
Yeah, man.
And that shit tough. I just know, like, I'm sure fostering, you can't be the parent that you probably would like to be. You know what I'm saying?
So I've learned to halt fostering sometimes because I got my own
It's
traumas.
overwhelming.
Right? Yeah, I got my
Yeah.
own traumas. My wife got her traumas.
Yeah.
He got 10 traumas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's times 6 because it's 6 kids. So
Yeah.
we have to deal with all this. Hold on, wait a minute. You're
Don't
gonna have to
send us
learn
no
how to.
more.
You're gonna
Yeah.
have to learn how to deal with this. Look, I need you to work through what you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had to
Right.
work through what I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Like,
real. That's
so
real.
just teaching lessons like, hey, I can't attend to
Yeah.
that right now. You gonna have to work through that. Like, do what we told
That's
you. What's
good.
the steps?
And so,
you know?
and at the same time, you're learning, though.
Yeah. It teach you patience because you can't be the black mama.
Yeah, you
You know
can't
what I'm saying? You can't get the belt. You know what I'm saying? You can't, do some push up. You can't do none of that.
You can't do none of that.
Man, none of that. No military. You can't get on this treadmill and run for 15 minutes. You can't do
So
none
only
of that.
what discipline is allowed?
So you can time out. You can take things away. Like my kids hate not being with the game.
Yeah.
Just things that they like, computers and
that's
stuff like
it,
that.
So
yeah.
time out is your extreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other than that, it's just you can do punishment by taking
Right. No
things
TV,
they like.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Gotta still feed them though. You
Right.
can't take no
Yeah,
plate.
no, you can't say well you ain't eating tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, man, that's
So
crazy.
I had to learn some
man.
different methods. Like, we've only been taught one method. Most black
yeah,
parents,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm finna get on your
From
ass.
them old- yeah, them old
Yeah, none of
roots,
that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
None of that.
And
So,
then it's a good thing to learn that parenting style, and of course once you do learn it, I'm sure you wish you can run some of it back. You
To
know
your
what I'm saying?
children,
to
yeah.
yours, because it instills something in them a little bit different. But
Right.
like I said, we evolve and we learn as we go.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So one more thing, Faye, I want you to do for me. I appreciate that info. That I like to hear that story because it's just it's inspiring to other parents who may or may not have kids, or looking to have some.
Yeah.
It's something to think about,
Yeah.
because when you can take in, other people's children with that type of trauma and then adjust your whole life
Because you have to.
to help them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about y'all, and I commend y'all on that for sure. What I want you to do now is, man, tell the people and tell us what's your vision for like the next 3 to 5 years. Like what you got in store for yourself,
Yeah.
for your family, for your business, whatever it may be,
Yeah, so I guess if we're talking business, I got a project I've been working on for 3 years now. So and it hadn't been birthed, and I don't know what the delay is, but I have to understand sometimes delay don't mean denial.
Yeah.
But I've been working on it real hard. It is a speakeasy, kind of like the Pocket downtown, something like that. But on a different scale, so just way different. A hidden bar, but that's my next venture. As it relates to me personally, just tapping into some more of a spiritual aspect, just learning more. I want to learn more about God and just kind of get proactive in, like, doing God work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm already doing it, but
Yeah.
tapping into real levels of divinity, getting myself in order personally.
Okay.
And then as far as the kids, just kind of pouring into and hoping that, later on in life, I've said something that has been effective and they are successful, and that maybe later on in life one of them come find me and tell me I did a great job. So just a simple, thank you for that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so because you don't really get thank yous with fostering. You don't get appreciation with fostering.
Yeah,
They think that
it comes from them. It'll come from them. Yeah.
So, and a stream of barbershops, salon suites.
Yeah.
Like I want that.
You plan on just adding on to
Yeah.
the franchising, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That'll
I
be
would like to
dope.
see that.
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all I got. Just keep
That's
being a good
what's up.
parent to my son, and humbling myself, and because sometimes you have to. You have to.
For sure.
Stop and take a look.
But really, just back on that, life gonna humble you.
Man, what?
So you don't have to humble yourself. You just keep on.
Yeah.
Life is gonna make all those adjustments on you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you don't really have to do that, But keep doing what you're doing, Faye. Once again, I commend you. I salute you on all your future endeavors and all the things you've done. Keep up the good work, and your wife too. Keep up the good work. You said she has a knack for that, and that's something great that y'all doing for those children. So I wish y'all the best with that too. And thank you again for blessing me with your presence.
I appreciate you inviting me.
And till next time, man, that concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J100, Mrs. So 100, and shout out to my special guest, Faye, Major Chops in the building. Till next time.